I am. Quick video, quick video. All right, let's talk about it. I just went to get some gas and I went and got some coffee. And a young brother I talk to often, he just had a baby. So I congratulated him. I was very happy, in this part of the world, bringing a black child in this world, especially in this part of the city, part of the country. I gave him props. He's a hard-working man. He was at work now. Of course, he was working harder than his co-workers, of course. But anyway, this young brother kind of got his head together, and he's a content creator. So we spent a lot of time talking about different ideas. And he's a young man, so he's into rapping and stuff like that. So while talking, another brother came up. Now, mind you, at this store, it's only 3 brothers that work there. So another brother hopped up. He stepped up and said, "Man, I ain't having no kids. I ain't having no kids. I ain't letting these women get in my pocket." Now, he works in the kitchen of a gas station, right? No offense to anybody, but he's a drug addict. He came in on a conversation where it's Black Homecoming Week when my daughter goes to school. Was HBCU. She goes to a black college, so this is homecoming week. Step show, everything you can imagine. I do recommend if you are, or if your child goes to a HBCU, and if you are a person of color, please experience a black homecoming. Because, man, down at Lincoln, they get busy down there. Well, anyway, we were talking about the homecoming, and the young man knows the performers that are going to be there. JT and D-Lo, the boss man or whatever. So I'm giving him the information, and the guy was like, man, he was still on, the other guy was still on the point of, I'm not having no kids, can't no woman get in my pocket. So I had to turn to him. I said, brother, you don't know what you missing. He said, oh, you got 6 kids. Then the other brother I was talking to has 3 kids by 3 different ladies. He said, y'all stereotypes. And I laughed. I said, brother, you a stereotype. You been on crack for 30 years. And I laughed, and me being Jeffy, I said, you're not even into no experimental drugs, none of the new pills and nothing. I said, you still smoking crack. Yes, he got offended. And yes, maybe I shouldn't have said it. But I felt like don't tear a man's joy down because he just had a child. And he's been with his girl for, this female, maybe 3-4 years. They talking about getting married. So out here in this, in the Midwest, I'm giving that brother full props. I'm going to encourage him. I'm going to help him out. And we have dealt with each other on this YouTube stuff. He gave me tips on recording. But as a young man, I feel like he's doing something solid. And he's taking care of his family. He's assistant manager at this place. He just started maybe 3-4 months ago. He's consistent. He comes to work. So with him having children, it makes me think like, he really kind of knows what he's talking about. But I got offended that this brother, that's the mentality of most, let me say, brothers out here. Now, let me rephrase that, of people nowadays. It's so much ill will and bad talk about somebody doing something positive. He just couldn't stand to come over there and interrupt. And I don't care for the guy anyway, because we had some other issues. And they know when they come speak to me, they got to respect me. Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to clock in on that and to let everybody know, if you are doing something positive and you got a family out here, don't be ashamed of what you're doing. Just take care of your family. Don't nobody else matter. But as you know, I'm looking at the mind state of black men out here in this area and how they really get down. They so removed from the real world that this brother, everything that come out his mouth is negativity. But this is 2024 here in this small town, and all he knows is crack and alcohol. It's a shame. It's a cycle that a lot of these young men and a lot of these older guys fall victim to out here. and we get looked upon in certain ways, like we 3/5 of a person, like we not even a full man, and they give them that stereotype, and they enforce it out here, and they wonder why. Well, let me say, this brother wonder why he gets no respect, and he's working in the kitchen, and the only reason why he's working in the kitchen because people know his family. And I'm not gonna sit here and down the brother. I just gave him some wisdom. And before I left, I told him something. I'm not gonna share it, but I told him something that I read coming from the minister that I hold dear to my heart. And this brother looked at me like I was crazy. In true Jeff fashion, I told him, hey man, remember you black. And I want everybody else to remember that. Yes, I push that because I am a black man that lives in a rural country area. But I know who I am. And it upsets me when another brother just so happens to try to tear down another brother who's I'm not gonna say in a better position, but the guy that had all the derogatory comments, you know, I'm 50. This guy like 56, 57. He lives in his mom's basement, drive his grandma's car, you know, and is addicted to drugs after all these years. And he thinks going to the penitentiary is a badge of honor. So that's why I say this, you know, a lot of brothers out here are misguided, and what they think black culture is, it's not. And I'm not even gonna call it black culture. I'm calling it being a black man, a black individual. So with that in mind, stay positive, stay healthy. And when you do that, I believe that your mind gets a lot stronger. So with that being said, enjoy your day. Stay strong. Individuality wins. And if something is wrong, let it be known. Don't let it keep happening. So we talked about it real quick, Jeffy I am. We'll talk later.